So I was curious to find out. I mean, I know you as a player, and I know kind of you really can play with a lot of dog. But as far as like you as a person, what skill do you think you use on the court to be successful that you also use in your personal life or professional life to be successful?
Just kind of making an impact anywhere I go, being able to adapt in any situation because you never know what God's going to throw at you. So being able to adapt in any environment, but also making others around me better.
What has the game of basketball taught you about the game of life?
Who the game of basketball honestly has taught me that it can take you all around the world. Like just that's crazy that a ball like that can take you to so many different places, and I'm blessed to be able to have the ability to do something with that.
Yeah, your confidence. I mean, watching you play, getting a chance to call some of the games, you're somebody who your teammates literally look to in a big moment to make a big shot. And how does that sort of for you as a person, like where did you find that ability to come through in the clutch?
I've been playing basketball since I was 4. So, my dad texts me, my family, they text me almost every game and say, hey, you've been doing this since you were 4. It's just another game. Like, it's not a big moment for me. Like, I get nervous for every game, but I've been in so many situations playing this long that I'm like, I've been here before. It's another game. Let's take the same approach to it.
But like if there's four of your friends and like you guys are deciding who's going to drive to go get something to eat, I imagine you're that person like, I got it, I'll drive.
Yeah, I'm going to drive. I don't know if I trust them driving, so yeah, I'm going to drive.
Yeah,
Yes.
but you got that's a confidence in life that some people just don't have.
Yes.
You know,
Yes.
who's a mentor for you? Somebody who you look to for advice and counsel in hoops and in life.
Um, for advice, I probably go to my brother. Like he's the whole reason I started playing basketball. So I've been looking up to him ever since. Like I always wanted to be better than him. I always wanted to be just like him, and he's just a great mentor to have in my corner. So my brother.
Tell me a little bit about him and his career, his life.
We're 4 years apart. He went to a JUCO. Used to try to beat me in basketball. He could beat me back then, but not now. He's a great guy. He's coaching now. So just learning from him and taking all the advice I can from him.
Now, if you get and you've had a decorated career, but if you get good news like, hey, you get word that you're going to be second team All Big 12, or you get honored as Player of the Week in all of women's college basketball, who's your first call? Who do you call to let know that you got that good news?
I'm group chatting and calling the whole family on FaceTime. I'm dialing all of them, clicking ring into their answer. So my family group chat.
Okay. When you have time alone, like are you streaming anything right now? Something that you're watching, like a show you can't stop watching?
So I do. I play the game a lot, but I have 2 dogs.
Okay.
So I take a lot of time out playing with my 2 dogs now, but I'm a big PlayStation person, big PC person, so I'm on the game a lot too.
So 2 dogs?
2
Why
dogs.
you couldn't just get one? You had to get two.
I needed him to have a friend to play with, so I ended up getting 2 dogs.
So how has it been with the 2 dogs?
Oh, it has its ups and downs. But no, it's been great. They've kind of got me on a morning schedule. I wake up, take them out. Like, no matter what type of day I'm having, those little guys are always happy for me to come home. So I think that's the best part of my day is going home to them.
What's your pregame meal? Something you love to do, something you love to eat before a game?
Probably some pasta. I'm going to
Okay.
eat some pasta before a game. Or, this is maybe a little bad, but I'm going to eat some candy too right before the game.
Does that kind of get you up a little bit?
Yeah, like Mike always has candy for me before the game. So if people ever see her handing me something, it's some candy. Yes.
How have you learned to be such a good teammate? And you mentioned, the family group chat. It seems like your family is pretty tight. Like, has that played into you being such a good teammate to the other women?
I think because I've been blessed to have great people that were before me that I learned from, that I want to be able to make an impact on the generations after me. I know that Baylor still has to be great when I'm gone, so just passing down my knowledge to those after me so we can continue to win.
Playing close to home, living in Dallas, is that one of the things that drew you to Baylor, to be able to be close to your family?
Yeah, I wanted them to be able to see me grow as a woman on and off the court. Like, if I had the ability to come here, why not come here?
Yeah, I mean, it's a great school, and obviously now you got a great coach. How has Coach Collin coming into your life helped you in your development?
I think you saw a big transition from my freshman year to my sophomore year, from not playing a lot to starting. She instilled a lot of confidence in me. I think having a coach like her that builds your confidence and knowing what you're great at, putting you in those situations, has helped me become a great player.
You guys really, as a team, had a really successful season. On the heels of one that you could say, oh, you won a tournament game, but now you guys, Sweet 16, That's a huge deal. What have you guys used together as a program to go back now as you ascend again, heading into your last year?
I think now we have that taste in our mouth that you want to get out. Like now we want more. Like we're more hungry than ever. I think we added some great pieces. So to finally, like, some of us that had never made it to the tournament or even been in the tournament yet, got a taste of that feeling, and it makes you want more. Like now we're like, okay, we know what it takes the next day, even though we don't have legs. So why we gotta push? Because we want more of that taste.
What do you do as far as how do you use your faith to help you when you approach either basketball or life? How is that a key touchstone for your growth?
God never makes any mistakes. Everything happens for a reason. If we're supposed to win, we're going to win. Supposed to lose, I feel like sometimes we're supposed to lose because you learn from a lot of the games. It's losses on the board, but it's a learning experience. So I think that God puts us in situations that we're going to have a great outcome at the end.
How about your pregame? What do you listen to, like right before a game or maybe the day of?
I'm listening to some Rod Wave, probably. Yeah.
Okay, Rod Wave.
Rod Wave, yeah.
And that's right before the game.
Right before the game, that's what I'm listening to.
Any movie, TV show, anything you've ever watched that really inspired you, whether it was the game or whether it was life?
Any TV show? I'm trying to think. I don't think I have one.
All right.
Yeah, I don't think I have one. Not right off the back of my head, no.
All right, I wanted to ask you a couple more things. When you talk about your life and your faith, right? Like that's got to be such an important part of really who you are, and especially coming to Baylor. If you could describe to somebody who doesn't know how important that is to Baylor student athletes, what would you tell them?
You're coming here first off. That's what they're here for, is to teach you. You're going to learn about your faith. You're going to tap into new things that you never knew about yourself. And these people here are here to help you and going to make you feel comfortable while doing it.
What are you? You're real good at this, by the way.
Thank you.
You really are. What are you most surprised about your development and your growth? What have you learned about yourself being here at Baylor?
I learned that I love basketball, but there's so many other things that I've opened up myself to. Like, I love to work with kids. I love, like, clothes, like fashion. Like, I've learned that I'm so much more than just a basketball player and what I'm going to do with my life when the ball stops bouncing.
Yeah, that's the next thing I wanted to ask you. When you're done playing, when the ball stops bouncing, what do you see yourself doing?
Probably coaching.
Oh, so you want to keep coaching. So
I do.
Will you go right from playing to coaching?
I don't know. I'm in between of kind of where I want to start.
Okay.
But I do want to coach.
Outside of your brother, who has been a coach that's had like an indelible impact on you positively?
Earl Rooks, he's been my trainer my entire life. He actually wasn't supposed to be my trainer. He was only supposed to work my brother out. They thought I was too young, and I ended up actually working out. So he's been such an inspiration to my life. Like, even when I think I'm doing the best I can, he's always like, "Oh no, you have a lot more in you." So he's just been a great guy to have in my corner.
When you got to Baylor, because I love how you said, you kind of have to give it away to keep it. Was there one person who you leaned on who gave so much to you that now you're able to pass down?
Yeah, Alyssa Smith, that's my best friend. I talk to her 24/7. She took me under her wing right away. Like, we still talk to this day. Like I said, she passed so much great knowledge on to me. And, like, that's somebody I always want to be on a team with and not against because of how hard she played.
What kind of coach are you going to be? Are you going to be a player's coach or are you going to be a disciplinarian?
I think it depends on the person. Sometimes it depends on who you're coaching. You got to figure out the way to bring the best out of everybody.
Yeah, I was reading a book recently. Actually, that's a lie. I was listening to the book. But I was listening to it, and it was about a coach. But, yeah, it was like anybody that tells you that they coach players the same exact way is not telling you the truth.
Yep.
You agree on that? Like, you have to know, because I guess there's got to be a connection there before you can really start coaching somebody.
I completely agree. Like, you can't expect somebody to run through a wall for you if you haven't built that bond with them.
What's some of the ways that you have built bonds with your coaches, Coach Colin, and other teammates, like off the court that people wouldn't know about?
Like, we've went to lunch. Like, some of my teammates would come over to my house. We've had lunch at our coach's house. But I think it's just, like, the little things. Like, if I have a doctor's appointment, and no matter it's the smallest thing, like, a coach is coming with me. Like, that shows me that you care. And being that family away from home, like, you can't go a lot of places where you can get that.
I see you guys on the floor, and I know, like, just from checking out social media, like, you guys really are that close. How does that happen to a team, that you become so bonded?
When everybody's on the same page, you want to see each other succeed together. And we know everybody has their individual goals, but we came here for one big goal, and that was to hang a banner.
All right. 2 last things. Is there a player you model your game after?
Some people kind of say I remind them of an Odyssey Sims.
Okay.
And it's crazy. That's my big sister. So, people kind of say I remind them of them, but I just try to play like Sarah Andrews.
Is there a person that you try to model yourself after?
I don't try to model. Like, I watch, like, the Kyries. I take a little bit from everybody's game and add it to mine, but I want to be just my own unique self.
All right, Sarah, keep shooting. I appreciate the time.
Thank you.
Yeah.
We are Rogue Media Sports.